Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off the play fake, Levis. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
So on fourth down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10.
Buzz. Hey, Omaha. Hey.
Murray going to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver, and it's second down. You talk about this Rams defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Come on. Hey, shit. Empty. Hey.
Here's Murray. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. Still going. Touchdown, LA. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And some space here. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams 33. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Right back to him on 1st down. Taken down at the 30. The Vikings at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Omaha, Omaha. Hey, Ace, Ace. Whoa.
On second down, here's Murray. To the right side, and he's got more complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Yeah, the Vikings are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The deep.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Rondale Moore, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Meanwhile, here's a second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. Here's Ethan Evans now. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Murray now. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And this one is right down Broadway. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short. It's Levis. And that will be incomplete.
Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, you're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Ethan Evans on down to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now...
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Murray now to throw. Got an open man here. It's K.J. Hamler. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. And shedding through the tackle. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 51 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame. Here now, 2nd and 4. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses. misses the target, incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And his kick here is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Motion left, Cup. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Williams going to get it again on second down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the turnover, here's Murray. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Omaha.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Hey. Hey, Omaha. Hey.
Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Levis now off of play action. He'll buy some time right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This is a half where not just the coverage, where the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the 2nd half. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 35. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 5. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Big X open, Big X open.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Now Murray. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. That is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Here comes the Rams punter now. Standing right on his own 5-yard line. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Take it at the 37. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Come on. 2-2.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Murray. Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. 23 yards the pickup there.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will swing. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. First down, Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Jefferson going to go in motion right. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Murray. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Now the try here for the point after. And that stretches the lead to 27. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Levis on third down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, Levis. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 140 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So the final seconds have ticked away in this minute.